What's up, guys? We've come a long way. We traveled all the way to Chicago to Tinley Park, and today you guys are in for a treat. I'm David.
And I'm Manny, and you're watching TikisGeckos.
Alright guys, what's up? In this video, we're going to showcase some of the most beautiful animals that we saw at the NARBC in Tinley Park, Illinois. Originally, what I wanted to do was to interview some of the breeders and get them talking about the animals they were selling and working with. But that place was nuts. It was packed basically all day. And it would be, too much of a hassle to talk over people, and they had to also take care of their customers. So I decided that the best thing would be to just, film the animals, and maybe I'll talk over the video a little bit about them and explain some of the animals that were there. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a comment below, like the video. Let me know what is the favorite animal you saw in this video. I know I saw a whole bunch of geckos, a whole bunch of, monitors, snakes, boas, pythons, everything that I liked. So I want to hear what's your favorite. So without further ado, here's the video. The short-tailed python group consists of three very closely related snakes: the blood python, Borneo shorttail, and the Sumatran short-tailed python. These snakes are often confused, but there are three different species. These snakes generally get to 4 to 5 feet in average and 15 to 20 pounds in weight. You want to keep these snakes with a big water bowl, as they often like to soak and drink water. These snakes can be feisty, but with proper handling and training, they can tame down very well. The Spiny-Tailed Monitor, or Aki monitor, can be found in Australia, and they generally prefer to live in arid, rocky areas. Their flat body and spiny tail allows them to hide in between crevices and fill themselves with air to avoid getting pulled out by a predator. Their prey items in the wild include beetles, cockroaches, small lizards, grasshoppers, and any other small bug. Females generally lay between 2 and 11 eggs average, and they rarely exceed 30 inches. Now, these guys require a very hot basking spot. Generally, you want to get up onto the 150 degrees Fahrenheit for the basking spot, and their ambient temperature should be around 100 degrees to 80 degrees. These guys are super cool looking and a very manageable size for anybody looking to keep a monitor lizard. What you're about to see are some absolutely incredible snakes, and in my opinion, the most beautiful snakes at the show. These are the blood boas. They were actually originate from a single snake that was found in El Salvador in the 90s by Ron St. Pierre. The blood coloration is actually a recessive trait that was proven out, and now it is being combined with the albino and the sun glow, which is the albino and the hypo traits, to make some spectacularly colored animals. These are really, really cool. Leopard geckos are some of the most beautiful and commonly kept lizards next to the bearded dragons. Leopard geckos can be naturally found in the Middle East, in the areas of western Turkey, northern regions of Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. In the United States, leopard geckos have been bred ever since the 70s. Many of the morphs that are available today are thanks to the godfather of leopard geckos, who is Ron Tremper. I am looking forward to working with these animals as my business grows. The ball python needs no introduction. It is one of the most widely kept and popular reptiles in our hobby. It gets its name because it curls up into a ball as a defense mechanism when a predator wants to attack it. There are around 4,000 morph combinations that these beautiful snakes come in, and even though a lot of them are different names for the same morph, it is still astonishing that so many different color and pattern combinations can be available for one type of animal. Tokay geckos are some of the most popular geckos around. These geckos generally grow up to 14 inches and they have large heads and powerful jaws. These Asian geckos are notorious for wanting to bite and their aggressive personality, but if worked with consistently, they could actually be a very tame gecko. Over here at Spotted Scales, they sure had some very, very friendly and sociable animals. Alright guys, so that wraps up a fun-packed day at Tinley Park here in Illinois. And I'm honestly blown away. I have never been to such a big and high-end reptile show in my life. I've been to the Daytona, but sorry guys, sorry Florida people, it's not as good as the one here. I definitely recommend it if you could come up. Some of the things that stood out to me a lot is that all the people from Facebook that I've known for a couple years that I've never actually met. Just meeting up with all those people, seeing all their animals, and just through this hobby you meet a lot of cool people and you make a lot of great connections, and it was always good to meet all those people in person.
And of course the animals always stood out to us. As David mentioned, there were some very, very high quality animals there, and they were everywhere.
Yeah.
So what were some things that stood out to you? Some animals that stood out to you?
It was a little bit of everything. The first thing, as soon as we walked in the show, we saw some incredible skinks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your thing mostly, but the skinks, we saw some beautiful fantasticus, some satanic leaf-tailed geckos,
Ackies.
some ackies,
Very cool.
What else? We also saw Borneo earless monitors. Those stood out, and the quality of the crested geckos, and it's just so many high quality crested geckos. I think that's what stood out the most to me. That shocked me.
So what would you say was...
What about you? What was your,
For me, of course, the skinks. There were some nice morph skinks out there, like the sunsets.
Yeah.
And blotched. But the skinks, and also I'm a chameleon guy.
Yeah.
There was some panther chameleons out there, some really nice ambelobes, beautiful.
Yeah.
And the abronias. I really like the abronias. There were nice mestecas, gramíneas. There are some very nice animals.
There is also a lot of really nice snakes. The blood boas,
short tails.
The short tails, the blood pythons. Obviously ball pythons. I'm not even gonna mention that, but man, it's just overwhelming amount of high quality animals.
It was a great day, fun.
Yeah.
And and also the monitors.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the monitors, and there was a bunch of really nice monitors I just wanted to buy a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's honestly a good thing I didn't go there with too much money. I think I would have walked away with a big debt on my credit card, but it's all good. I'm glad I met a lot of you people. I saw some of you come up to me at the show. I'm very grateful and thankful that you guys support us through the YouTube and all the social media. I want to thank you for that, and I think that wraps it up.
Almost. So what was the most impressive thing you saw? The one most impressive animal that you saw?
Not sure.
You already know mine.
What? Which one?
The Centralian blue tongue.
Oh, the Central. Yeah.
Beautiful animal.
Of course. Yeah, we also had the pleasure of meeting Brian Barczyk, and talked to him about skinks and some future projects maybe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean that's your thing.
I was in love. Love at first sight.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's another thing that stood out. Honestly, the whole show, like from beginning to end, we were there basically since it opened to all the way to the end, and there wasn't a point that we were like walking around wondering what to do. At every single moment of that show, we were like, looking at something else and like meeting new people. So we had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the footage that we presented to you. And anything else?
Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. It's all TikisGeckos.
That's it.
Hashtag TikisGeckos.
Alright guys, till next time. We're tired. We're going to call it a day. Tomorrow we're going to go around in Chicago downtown. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, I want to show you why we're late to Tinley. And this is why.
Aww. Messy room. Oh, my makeup's right there.
And he's wearing makeup and everything.
Yeah, you already know.
This is why we're late to Tinley, people.
I'm wearing the scarf. I'm French. Really pure.